How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. We're here at the Min Barndominium build, and I said I didn't want to pay for the TV, so I'm mounting an antenna on the back side of the house here, and I got everything set up. I'll show you what I'm doing and show you how I'm doing it, and I think this is going to work out pretty good. Years ago, I had this in my other house, and something happened to it, and it quit. It just quit working, the antenna itself. So I kind of thought it was the booster. Now, I'm putting up a Channel Master antenna. It's called a Channel Master 8-bay antenna. And I'm going to leave some links in the description down below for the antenna and the booster that I'm using. But if you go in there on Channel Master and you want to pick out your antenna booster, you're going to need to give them your zip code. And they're going to tell you whether you need a high, a medium, or low booster. So we're going to go ahead and get to putting this thing up. And I'll show you what I'm doing to mount the base in the ground. Now, this is a base I built years and years ago, and it's still good, so we're going to reuse it. All right, this is the base that I built years ago, and it's still in really good shape. It's got some grass clippings and stuff on, but that's no big deal. We just went ahead and pulled it apart. These are the rods that are going to be going down into the concrete right here. And all I had to do is pull them off the old ones, buy new ones, and we bent them in a 90-degree angle. Took them out there and heated them up and bent them. So what they'll do is they'll go down in the concrete and they'll be bent. This hole's approximately 2.5 feet deep. So I have some old roof bolt pieces we use for the build on the workshop. We're going to drop them down in the ground in angles, going back in the ground. That way they'll be a little bit better anchor. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So what I do is I stick these in an angle like so and hope for the best. We want to get these as deep as we can in the ground, but yet we want to keep them in the concrete too. That one's going in fairly easy, so we're getting lucky on this one. And we'll do as many rods as we can like this. These rods just help keep it anchored. Okay, as you can see, we have our little rods all beat in the ground there in different angles. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to set the tower up. So I made this bracket so this thing would tilt back. So basically what I got to do is get this thing centered up in the hole and then start pouring our concrete in there. But we want to make sure we keep this guy level as we can. We will be able to level it with them all-thread bolts when we get finished. But we want to get it as level as we can before that. So this guy's just going to set in there for now. We're going to go ahead and get some concrete. We're going to see how many bags I need to level, and we'll see how many bags. I got 6 bags, but I don't think that's going to do it. Alright, so I have 5 60-pound bags of concrete to put in here. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough or not, but we can always go pick some more up. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a water hose and I'm going to wet the inside of the hole. We're going to put a little bit of water in the hole, because we're not going to be mixing this concrete, we're going to be putting it in dry. So I'm going to throw a little bit of water inside there. As you can see, the tower's moving. Look at that. So I'm going to start dumping my bags of concrete in there, and then we'll start to level up our tower once we get a little bit of concrete down in there. That's about 300 pounds of concrete, just 5 bags. Julie, if I could get you to come over here and kind of hold this thing.
All right. Let me move this out of the way, just so the hose don't get caught up in it.
You can grab your left.
Come around.
No, you can stand over there.
Where?
Right over there. Right there.
Okay.
Just up against the house there.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw some in the back here.
Yeah, you want me to try to keep a level?
Yeah, as best you can.
Let me see. Of course, a bug.
Yeah, you level it from there and then level from right here in the back.
Yeah, that's
pretty
good right there.
Yeah, I'll keep giving you more
Yeah.
stuff. You just keep it
Do I
square.
just need to do like both sides, this way too and that way, or?
You can go back here and set it on here because this keeps it straight up with the house. Do another one here in the
Yeah,
back.
because it's hard to keep it steady.
I'm gonna throw a little more water in here. We might need a few more bags, huh? Get another one in this back here. It's the largest one.
Real close right there, but still wanting to move, so.
You keep leveling. I'll keep dumping.
Okay, that's pretty good right there.
Gotta level each way. Keep going, man.
Oh, that's cold on my feet. Woo! Right there. There's bubbles.
Yeah.
Let me see. That right there, that way.
And then back that way, right?
Trying to keep it from moving. And then this way. Oh. Hard to keep it.
Perfect.
Yeah. See, that way is good right there. But I have to check this way again. Is that all the bags?
Yep.
Maybe put a little bit back in this corner if you can. Back there.
I'm gonna get more.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's real close. And that way is pretty good. And then this way is almost good.
I think we grabbed
One more?
3 bags.
3? Okay. Alright, let me get out of here.
They're all garbage in the trash.
I have a little bag over here.
I'll get 3 bags just to be sure. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna run and pick up another 3 bags. That's 5 in there now. That'll be 8, total 8 bags in there, plus the rebar. I think it's gonna be okay.
I don't think it's gonna go anywhere.
Nah, I don't think it will.
We had it up for how many years down at the other place and it never budged.
Yeah, so.
Even in high winds and.
Yeah, we're gonna go pick up some more concrete and then we'll get it back here and get this finished up. All right, I have all my concrete in there. It actually took another 3 bags of concrete, so there's 8 60-pound bags underneath of here. Plus we did the rebar, or the roof bolts in the angles. I don't think this thing's gonna go anywhere. Now this thing's designed to where I can just take a couple bolts out of it and I can set it down. I do believe I did this on video somewhere, but I'll have to look and see. I'm not sure. So we're gonna lay this thing down and get to putting our tower together. Now just to unbolt this thing, it's pretty simple. The only thing I gotta do to get this off of here is take this bolt out, and there's a small bolt right here in the middle. They're all 1/2-inch bolts. Take that one out and then pull this one out. And now that allows my antenna now to swivel down, and I can lay this down on the ground and put my antenna together, and then when I'm ready to put it back up, all I have to do is stand it up, put that bolt in the back end and put the other bolt in, and then we're good. Now I will re-level this plate on the bottom of there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some anti-seize. We're going to put some anti-seize on the ends of our tower there. Sometimes them can be a pain to get in and out on these ends right here. I normally try to anti-seize everything I can. That way it just makes it easier for the next time we got to pull it apart. And we'll just keep brushing this on until we get them all coated up good. Okay, I'm going to attempt to put this thing together by myself. I'm going to see what happens here. Guess it's not going to be that easy. There it is. I'm gonna work on getting that thing together. I think it's gonna be a pain. What I done, I just took a ratchet strap and stuck through there so it helped me pull it in. 'Cause it's just me, so gotta learn to work by yourself. We're going to do some anti-seize on these bolts too. You never know when you got to pull it back down and pull it apart. This just makes it easier. Okay, we can go ahead and let that strap off there. Make sure it's nice and straight, and then tighten our bolts. One thing about these, you don't want to tighten them too tight, because if you do, you'll smash it, and then it makes it harder to get it on and off. As long as you got bolts on there and lock washers, you'll be okay. You don't have to go super tight. Not much to that. So these are good. Now we got to get out closer to the antenna and get the antenna put on. That should work fine to put the antenna on. Now for my rotor wire, I'm just using a thermostat wire. This one here has 5 wires in it, but that's the smallest one I could find. Let's add 2, and I have 3 wires. I need 3. So it's either 2 or 5, and I need 3, so I had to go with the 5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start hooking my wires up. You have a 1, 2, and a 3. And I'm going to be using a 5-wire thing. And it has an extra green and yellow. So what I'll do is I'll hook, because you know we say red, white, and blue. So I'll do red as number 1, white is number 2, and blue is number 3. So we'll go ahead and put these in here. So we'll start with our red. Then we'll do our white. Then our blue. Then I always have this video to look back on to see which one went where. And it's documented. So now that's all hooked up, I'm going to go get a zip tie. I'm going to put it right at the end of this. So this, well, I don't think it's really going to matter. And we'll zip tie it to the pipe. That'll be the best thing to do. Keep it from pulling out. We don't want that wire to pull out. Got to leave some slack in there for when that antenna got to twist around so it don't pull the cord apart. I may end up having to change this wire here. It might not be long enough, but we're going to see. I'm going to go ahead and set it up, and we'll see what happens here, because I just need this black coax wire just to make it inside the house. So we're going to go ahead and set it up and see where the wires are going to be. It's not really too hard to do, but I'll show you. I'll go ahead and walk it up. I'll get it walked up there, and then I'll bring you up there and show you where to bolt it up, how I bolt it up. When I came up here, all I did was screw that bolt on right there, and that bolt's going to keep that thing from tipping over. And then this bolt here gets threaded into here. Once you get these two bolted down tight, then you can sit there and adjust the levelness of your antenna. Alright, the antenna is up, but you can see by looking at the ribs on the house that the antenna needs to go to the right at the top a little bit. You see how it gets closer as you go down. Look at the metal behind the antenna. It gets further away. So we're going to go adjust that by just using them bolts on the bottom. So what we could do is we unloosen this bolt. We're going to unloosen this one. And then we're going to unloosen the back one back here. Now it doesn't take very much to actually move the antenna. A wee little bit will take it a long ways. So we just tighten this up now down here. We're gonna bring that up. And that's gonna push the antenna over that way. We don't want to go too much. Okay, you can see how much straighter that is already. Just a few little turns. Straighten it right up. So now we can get ready to hook our wires up. Alright, we have all of our wires in there. I just drilled a small hole, stuck the wires through the eave right there, just right below the eave. Now I gotta go inside in the attic. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna take you guys with me up there. It's gonna be a hot one, that black roof. I'm gonna get it hooked up and we're gonna see what kind of channels we get. Okay, our TV is about 89% done with its scan, and it looks like it's got about 31 stations on there. I don't think we're gonna get more than that in this area. Just because it says you got 31 on there doesn't mean you're going to get 31. That antenna may need turned. Those are 31 stations that are possibly could come in. So we might have to use the rotor to turn it to get them to come in clear. But 31's not bad. That's a lot of stations. Some people pay a lot of money for 31 stations. So we're going to see how clear each one of them come in as soon as it's done scanning. Alright, we're going to go through our channels here and see what we got. It just finally got done loading. So that is channel 4-1. That's 4-2. 4-3. That's channel 8-1. 8-2. 8-3. 8-4. This is all on the antenna. Now see this one here, you might have to turn the antenna to get it to come in. I don't know what it is. There's a couple of them. There's 11-1. There's 11-2. There's 11-3. We're up to 10 channels already. 22-1. Or no, that's 22-2. 22-3. 22-4. 24-1. 24-2. That's 15 channels. 24-3. 35-1. 35-2. 35-3. 35-4. That's 20 channels. 35-5. 35-6. 41. 42. 43. That's, we're up to 25 there. 44. 45. 46. And that's 4-1. So we got about 28 channels out of 31, which isn't bad for a free TV. That's air, and they come in pretty clear. Now, if we move that antenna around, we might be able to get a few more in, But that's my local stations in my area, and I think that's pretty good for free TV. So the only thing other than the antenna, we will stream some in the house. We'll use like Netflix, maybe Hulu, different things like that. And that cuts out a whole entire bill, that satellite payment that you make every month. So if you can't find something to watch on there, I think there's more than enough to watch. So that's the antenna in the Mini Barndominium. I hope you guys enjoyed the little video. I'd like to thank everybody for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Until next time.